to the fuel as well. Look at these cuties. Top cats. Ah, you little cutie. Ugh. What a hungry little cat, this one. Always craving for cat food, huh? And a cuddle. Little cutie. Well, I got this sent to me from Australian Stick. Had it for about 6 months before I just got it today, so. From the Streetlight collectors page I'm on with there on Facebook, so. It's not the best condition, but that's what I expected, because he said he only had the chassis part, mainly the chassis, not the actual complete light, he said, so. Basically, undo that one. It's a Sylvania Urban. I like the shape of these lights actually, and the roadsters. This isn't complete, it's missing the PE cell. And apart from the capacitor as well, the gear tray at the back, the black plastic cover is missing. But if other collectors get extra surplus spares, I'll be wanting that too, because I want this thing complete. Yeah, there's cats purring. Bloody hell. There's a loud Charlotte purr. Igniter's in here. Igniter, and this is a little capacitor for it. This is part of the PE cell, so there's the here. I'll probably disconnect this and just tape it up for now, just for testing purposes. Or I could just bypass that PE cell actually. It's obviously not going to work here, it's open. It's like a switch, it's open, so it's not going to work. I have to modify it to bypass it so I can just get the light to work normally. Bit backed up there. It's an 80 watt bulb, Sylvania, 80 watt, made in Belgium. Quality bulb. Yeah, I do like the shape of these street lights. Sylvania made some nice pretty street lights. I'd like to get one of the new LED ones too, but they're a bit expensive at the moment. 800 bucks nearly for a new one, or I can get one 250 second hand. A 29 watt as bright as they go, that'd be good in here as a work light. I could even retrofit the LED in here if I can't actually, I think I will. I'll try and get the parts of this to make this a complete light at least. What I really want to do is put a sodium bulb in there. I've got a sodium bulb that I could use in the 770 ages ago. You've seen me do test videos on it. I like the light a sodium light gives off. It's got a nice amber glow. But this should make a bloody good work light too. I'll put that heat lamp in it on a cold day. It's the same bloody fitting. Yeah. Quality Australia made street light. I think the factory was in Sydney, and I think the factory has actually moved to Melbourne. The SLA it's called now, Sylvania Lighting Australia. It's just got the acronym SLA. Bit of a shame I don't see much of these being made here anymore. The LED, street LED models of the Sylvania lights. The casting of all that metal is done in China. The driver's made by either Samsung or Philips in China. And the LED module with a chip, it's a surface mount LED module that's in it, is actually made in China by Samsung. The whole unit itself is assembled in Australia. But the AEI made the Opta specs, they're a nice light too. Here's a spec, Sylvania Urban. The roasters are bigger than this, which are the ones used over the roads. These ones are used over footpaths and stuff on the sides of buildings and whatnot. 0.8 amps. Gear IP24. Made in Australia. November 17th, 2000. So it's 16-year-old light. Now I've got to seal these off and see if I can get this thing to turn on. I get a ballast lamp. Maybe I can use that to bypass it with like a starter circuit. just for laughs, I'll wire this across this. Act as like a starter sort of thing. Sort of was a way to bypass this, just for laughs, eh? Why not? All properly earthed. So I get a cord and I'll start wiring this up for a test. Yeah, it's missing the ballast. The capacitor and everything's here for it. And there's an 80-watt ballast to go in here, which probably would have been here somewhere, I think. Most likely, yeah, in here. Would have bolted in here somewhere, little 80-watt ballast. I'd have to find something equivalent to that. That's 200 and something watt, that's too powerful. I'll have to get my other little light bulb holder out, which I've got for a little bayonet light bulb, and put a little, just a standard incandescent bulb as a ballast. Yeah, it's missing the ballast, of course. Oh. So I'll go rig up a little light socket on that and just put a little incandescent light bulb in there. So if I put this on it, I'm going to overdrive that poor little bulb, so I don't want to do that. Okay, it's all wired up. I've got a ballast bulb there. It's going to be a bit bright for me to actually see what this light's actually doing. Let that sit tangled in there. Here we go. This is a 77 watt halogen. Bloody perfect for this. And I think the way this is wired up, it could work with or without the this one here in particular anyway. Must work with or without the PE cell, the daylight sensor. I don't have a bits for that there. That might have happened, but it might have happened earlier. And that didn't happen at shipment. Definitely not. Yeah, that's not shipment damage. That was already damaged when Australian Steed got it like that. So got me old restored plug top. Just completely restored this one. Salt and vinegar cleaned quite well. Oh, look at that. Yep, perfect. It's not an inductive ballast, so I probably won't start like it should. But that's alright. Perfect. That light should dim down too, in theory, as this warms up. But yeah, an inductive ballast is obviously the best thing, but it's another ballast, it's going to have to go for the resistive ballast. That's the correct wattage for that bulb. Bloody cut myself. Yeah, very dangerous. That is lethal. I went to grab something down here, went bang! Sliced my finger, my bloody finger open. Lethal. I'll put a bolt in a little corner on it and just bolt it. Put a guard in it. It's working quite well. These when everything was made in Australia. Even these clips, Atcom, Sydney, stainless steel clips. Hard to find those made in Australia now. The spigot bolts are nothing special. This goes in there, bolts through the back, and bolts onto the pole. But yeah, people say they could clean. Hopefully, if I can, if they get enough surplus parts for this, I love the original ballast, a new lens, and a gear tray and a PSL for it, and that's pretty much it. This thing's complete. Yeah, it looks so much better with a plastic gear tray on the back. It just adds to its character, especially the Roadsters. These are a nice looking light. As far as getting these around here, power cord are the ones around here, and they give a stupid excuse either they've been used on crop growing sites that have been raided by the police. Freaking idiots. They're very tight and stingy. There we go. Yeah, take a bit longer to warm up. I'll come back in a little bit and see how bright it gets. Yeah, it's still trying to start up. Yeah, definitely. It's dimmed down, but because it's not an inductive ballast, I physically can't get enough kickback of a spark to get that bulb to start. Now unplug this safety first, and I get my little screwdriver here to short those pins out because the capacitor in this light might store a bit of a charge. Unplug safety first. No spark on these pins. I'll plug it back in. Yeah, as you can see, not the correct light ballast. The load is right, but the it's got to be inductive. I don't have any idea what inductive loads to use on this thing whatsoever. The only ballast I've got are 400 watt metal halide ballasts, and they're going to blow that bulb to smithereens, so I can't use those. But at least I know I got it working now. It's kind of bright now. It's brightened up. Yeah, it's obviously a bit lower rated bulb, as I said. 77 watt versus an 80 watt bulb in there on a 77 watt ballast. It's obviously going to not going to run at the full brightness anyway. But for a quick bench test, it works quite well. Anyway, yeah, it's got to have the gear tray though. It looks so much better with a gear tray on it, but it's a start. My first Streetlight from your collection. Anyway, viewers, thanks for watching.